today's teenagers are actually growing up slower.
Kind of disrespect the study already because it's from San Diego State. Not exactly Harvard.
What does that mean,
They have
slower?
a silly football squad, though.
In terms of
Slower intelligence?
adulthood, they're putting off risky behaviors. So this is a good thing. Drinking to sex.
Good.
But they're also
I don't know
delaying
if I believe
things
that.
like jobs, driving, and other steps
just a
towards
study.
independence. So
Study
Believe me, I have friends with teenage girls, and they're doing everything.
Studying
It's
is
a nightmare.
overrated. I think we can all agree on that. Just
Well-
studying in general is kind
Yes.
of overrated.
Here's an example. For 12th graders, my daughter's in 12th grade. In the 70s, 76% of 12th graders were working for pay. Now it's down to 55%. 88% had driver's licenses when they were seniors in high school. Now it's down to 73%. Sex is only down slightly from 68% to 62%. But I think there is something to be said for this. I don't know why it is. They say they're speculating the lure of the internet has kept some kids away from, there's less driving and dating. And also helicopter parenting, that parenting, there's more involved. And I do think it's different. The way that we parent our kids is different than the
I
way
hear there's rumors on the
our parents. Our parents just let us
I know what's
run
way
around
up.
outside
I know
and just
what's
come
way
home
up.
for dinner.
What's up?
Sexting. It's way up.
Sexy is huge.
Well, that definitely didn't exist.
That's my point, Dunk.
And like my daughter this summer,
Dong pics are at an all-time
this
high.
summer, my daughter was 16, and I remember arguing with her. She didn't take like a full-time job. Now she was babysitting, and she babysat for one family for a week and made a good amount of money. And she would babysit a couple times a week, but it wasn't like she could have worked at the ice cream
But
store.
JP, when it comes to and my daughters don't work. I mean, maybe
Well,
babysitting.
also,
studies say
it's
there's
hard
less
now.
But you know what? My kids are so busy.
They don't have time.
My kids are so freaking busy Monday through Friday.
Right.
They are in softball or
You know what?
studying. That's
Right.
all they do.
Travel sports has contributed because I know my kids are all involved.
Yeah.
And there's no time to get, like my son wants a job. He wants to have some spending money.
You want some cash?
And there's really no time. There's maybe one day a week.
My
You
daughter
might be able
said
to
the
work
same
3 or
thing to
4
me.
hours.
Yeah. My
They
daughter
want
told
to
me-
work.
My daughter told me over the summer she wants to work.
They want to make money.
I said, how are you going to work when you got softball?
Okay, so
I'm telling you, my kid has no time to work.
I don't really know how they're
And
gonna
she
work.
barely has time to, well, she's got tons of time on her phone.
right.
But
And
does
to
she know
follow
how
one
to
direction.
does she know how to do a checkbook?
no chance.
Like I think that's a license because
What do
when
you
they
mean,
go to
do a check-
college,
what do you mean,
my
like,
daughter
does
will
a
be in college
checkbook?
next
Nobody
year.
writes
But
checkbooks.
they still
Checkbook?
need to understand.
Nobody balances a checkbook
I
in
balance
2017.
But
No, you're
even
the
if you
only
don't balance
one.
a
No, but
checkbook,
what they do
you
now,
just
I think
need to
it's-
understand the concept of you can't just spend
But I
on a
think
credit
there's
card
debit
and
cards now. I
establish
think
debt.
kids now have debit cards set
get it.
up,
Yeah.
and they get the receipts right away, and they know exactly what's
and
in
you
their
can check
account.
everything online. I mean,
Yeah, I think that's how
Right.
it's
Well,
done.
you still got to teach them.
yeah, I know.
You know.
Believe me.
So
I believe
I mean,
that my daughter, my oldest daughter, is going to learn a lot in the next 12
You're
months.
saying Kelsey had hundreds of dollars that she's made babysitting, and she was keeping it under a pillow,
Silly.
like an old school method.
I like
I'm
her
like, you gotta
socking it
have
away.
a
You're
bank
not-
account.
You're not seriously under a pillow.
I mean, pretty much at her mom's
But
house.
you know what?
I asked her, "Where do
For
you
the
put all
most
your
part,
money?"
if you sock it away under
If you think my kids don't have piggies, they got piggies.
Yeah, no, I know, but most people have like a little place where they stash their cash, but
Same
not
thing.
literally under the
Well, she might
pillow.
have a dollar
piggies.
box or whatever that it is.
Yeah, and the piggy.
A
But
Wu-Tang
putting it in a
dollar box.
bank, putting it in a bank for a savings account,
Valdez had one.
you get literally 0.05%
I get
interest.
it, but at least it's safe.
Yeah, but it's the whole process
No,
of
but the
it.
kids
the point
do
is
that.
so that
Most
you at
na-
least have an account.
most kids have that. You know.
So do your
until they're
kids have
15.
accounts?
They have
No,
accounts.
my kids don't.
They have accounts, but not that they actively use that.
I
We're
set up
doing
a
that with my
savings
son.
account for them.
Right. You
So
have
I
a
de-
custodial account.
So I deposit for them.
Separate than one where they have their own card.
Correct.
No, we're in the process of getting him, because he's going to be driving now, his
Right.
own card so he can get gas, et cetera, and keep track. And it's just, you got to learn, build a little credit and understand it and learn it.
I think some of these trends are great. Look, it says that 29% of ninth graders now have had sex. It used to be 38%
What percent?
in the ninth.
Hey,
It's
but
20,
let me
so
just
3
say
out of 10
about the sex thing.
in ninth grade. are
They
having
may not
sex.
physically be having sex, but they're sending pictures. They're sending pictures
Well,
to
you
boys.
can't get pregnant with pictures.
No, it's fine, but it's not like they're.
Yeah, but you can
it's
get
not like they're
sized
totally
for
innocent.
pictures.
JP, they're not totally innocent,
I understand that.
and maybe they're not having sex, but they're doing the other thing.
All right, this is extreme. Eighth graders
They just are.
in the 90s. Now, we all graduated high school in 88, but in the 90s, 56% of eighth graders had already tried alcohol. Now it's down to 29%.
That's good.
So that's a good trend.
That is a good trend.
The bad trend would be, and maybe it's because of travel sports, different factors, is back then a lot more kids were working. Part-time jobs, whatever. Like
There's no time.
There's a 100% chance I'll be trying alcohol tonight.
But honestly, it's not a requirement that a kid has to have a miserable job at Pizza Hut like I did. You literally gain nothing from it.
What was your pizza grade?
10. I made it silly.
All right, but
pizza.
Eric, if you were 16
you
now,
get spot checked.
if you were 16 now, you wouldn't be working at Pizza Hut because you'd be playing travel baseball.
I have a 17-year-old son who has not had a job yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Believe me, I'm fully in the middle of it.
When you grew up in the 80s, there were no travel sports.
What do you mean? I played travel sports my whole life.
It wasn't travel
Not
like it is now. Are you kidding me?
Not like the year-round training.
What? Soccer we played in tournaments in Greensboro.
Yeah, but you didn't
New
have
York.
the year-round training
Yeah,
that it
it's
is
just
now.
not
It wasn't as intense back in the.
It wasn't.